So very quickly, I want to show you how the updates for this course are going to be structured. As you've already learned, the course is organized within sections and each section represents an application. Now, C# 7 along with Visual Studio 2017 have come along. So for this, the way I'm going to handle updates is by creating sections. So let's say my first application is Simple Calculator. Then my other application is Word Unscrambler. Then we have Simple Web Scraper. Then we have Sudoku Solver. Now, since the update has come through at this point, which is Visual Studio 2017 and C# 7, I'm going to go ahead and make another section. And this section is going to be specifically for us going ahead and installing Visual Studio 2017 and looking at all the features in C# 7 that are relevant to the applications that we've written. The reason why I want to keep the features relevant is because if we talk about advanced features like asynchronous programming and how that has been changed, it's not going to make sense to you because we haven't written applications on that. Once we write applications on that, then we can talk about any certain updates that come through. But for now, we're going to keep the features relevant to the applications. So within this update section, I'm going to go ahead and update some of the applications that make sense because they are relevant to the features that have been updated in C# 7. And that's how we're going to see why the features have been updated and, what's the use. And that's how I'm going to keep this course updated. Now, you might be asking, doesn't that invalidate the lectures in Visual Studio Community 2015 and the ones that have been written in C# 6? And the answer is absolutely not, because the core of C# stays the same. This language is so mature that at this point, there's only certain features being added on top of the language. More often than not, nothing gets deprecated. If anything does get deprecated, then I will just go ahead and remove the video or add another video that just makes sense in the structure. But the core of C# is the same. And actually, you will understand the updates a lot better if you look at the older versions and then move on to the updates. There is a lot more value in that. But the course will always be updated. Anything that gets deprecated will be removed or modified in the course as appropriate. And another thing about it is that as I start writing more and more applications in the course and adding them in as sections, this is how it's going to work. Let's say we right now have 4 applications, right? Then the update section is going to come through. If I write any more applications after that, then those applications are going to be using C# 7 and they're going to be in Visual Studio 2017. Then, as you've guessed, if there's another update, let's say Visual Studio 2019 comes around, right? Visual Studio Community to 2019. And let's say there are no updates to the language, then there's going to be a section specifically for installing Visual Studio Community 2019. And then the sections after that, which are applications, are going to be written in Visual Studio Community 2019. And that's how we're going to keep this course updated. You can always rely on the fact that it's going to be upgraded with the newest, latest and greatest features, and that if anything gets deprecated, that will be removed or modified. So just wanted to let you know about that so you're more familiar with the structure, and that's it.